Plasma. So plasma is a hot, highly ionized, electrically conductive gas. So if you remember what ions are, okay, ions are atoms that have lost or electrons or gained electrons, really. But if something's ionized, basically it's usually lost electrons. Okay, so you have atoms that have lost electrons. So generally, plasmas are greater than 5,000 degrees Celsius. And what happens at temperatures this high, collisions become so violent that the electrons are knocked off of the atom. So this is where your ionization comes from. These electrons are knocked off of the atom. It's mainly because of the temperatures. Everything's moving so fast, they hit each other, electrons get knocked off. This is very common in stars. So this actually makes this the most common type of matter in the universe because of stars being made of plasma. But again, you have a lot of hydrogen gas in stars, and basically the electrons have been kicked off that. So you have protons and you have electrons flying around. So you have hydrogen ions, you have electrons flying around. That makes your plasma. You'd also have helium. Helium is another common element in stars. Helium is the second element on the periodic table, so it has two protons. So a helium ion would have a +2 charge, and there'd be 2 electrons from that. Now, this is made of individual elements, and again, this is usually, at least in stars, this is hydrogen and helium. But at these temperatures, compounds fall apart. So really, you don't have compounds as plasma, you have elements as plasma. Because by the time you reach 5,000 degrees Celsius, any compounds have broken down. Then other than stars, some examples would include lightning. So lightning is a plasma. And then neon signs. So neon signs basically work. You have a tube filled with gas, in this case neon. But it could also be, most of the noble gases are used in neon lighting. So you can have neon, you have argon, you have krypton, etc. But basically, it passed something like 50,000 volts through these. And that is enough to kick off enough electrons that the gas becomes conductive and will glow. Okay, so plasmas.